Hey guys, Jen here with Sammy and his sidekick. I wanted to go ahead and pre-record an episode of the Truth in Music. Now, when we say truth here, we are saying possible truths, truth with a question mark, or truths that I am attempting to prove out on the channel about the times that we are in and what is happening. So this video might come across a little disjointed because I'm going to show you this and then I'm going to jump to something else. But to do that, I'm going to have to pause to switch screens. So if the sound gets weird for a second, I apologize. But I'll tell you when that time is coming. So I literally have plenty of songs I could do. But I wanted to just take a shot in the dark. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you on YouTube, I searched out Not Human Anymore, because I didn't know what to think. With all these celebrities, that's not just plastic surgery. And like a friend of the channel pointed out, it is demonic. I mean, you end up, what you are on the inside comes forth. Now, if it's psychosomatic, your own demons that you're battling, or literal outward demons, we can discuss, further at another time. But I wanted to show you this and show you the lyrics and show you this channel in general, because I think it's very indicative of the times we are in, and it will allow me to kind of show you guys what to be aware of when you're searching the net and things to pay attention to, because not everything that's on the net is true, and not everything that's on here are we meant to look at, and some of the things we probably should notice and recognize, because God is the original mathematician. So seeing how often times and how much time people are spent looking at screens, it is conceivable to say that he or his angelic beings would operate through electrical venues and digital venues. So without further ado, I literally searched out Not Human Anymore. This is shared per the Fair Use Act. The disclaimer, as always, is in the description. So this is what came up. Now, I know I've heard of them before. I don't know how or in what context, but they seem familiar to me. And actually, the song is very catchy. But I want to show you first a few things to just kind of be aware of. First of all, if you look at the name Elegant Slims, look at the person. Right away, you know that they are hiding their identity. And even it's being made to look a little animalistic in some of these shots. Now, the first one is very much a Max Headroom type of deal. You're dealing with either a person or an AI in front of a screen. But the music is actually very good. I really thought it was catchy. Now, somebody was nice enough to pin the lyrics here for us. So we're going to read the lyrics, but we cannot play the music, so I apologize. I'm not a big channel. I don't have lawyers who got my back. So it starts out, into the blackness, your heart is darkness. Here comes the madness, ice cold killer. You know how I feel about cold and where Hades really is. Bleach bone thriller, you're not human anymore. Strike that, where the fallen are trapped. You're not human anymore, you're not human anymore. Cracking the seams, you're breaking through the animal inside of you. You're not human anymore. Watch this. Your eyes go black, electric blue. This is exactly the reason I'm sharing this with you. If you go back to about last year, and throughout the channel, I have talked ad nauseum about how the black eye manifestation is a part of my personal testimony, and so are these ice cold blue eyes. But now, electric blue is a really good description. I believe those people are either angels in disguise or human beings who might have angelic DNA. The animal inside of you wandering the chamber, welcome the stranger. When it falls apart, needle and thread, when it falls apart. You know what it says right there. I don't want to say that just for channel purposes. Ice cold killer, bleach bone thriller, you're not human anymore. It's funny, but they can say it, right? You can say it in a song. Cracking the seams, you're breaking through the animal inside of you. You're not human anymore. Your eyes go black, electric blue. Life on a string, watch it swing. Hide your teeth. You know how I feel about the teeth thing. And masks came up again yesterday in that video about the spirit being in the breath and coming out of the mouth. This is just, these aren't coincidences at all. I mean, for people to keep saying that, they are the ones who have a spiritual blockage. They have a problem they need to deal with. Let it beat till you complete rattle to the skin. It's not a life without sin. Once there was a ruster, and now a real imposter. Ice cold killer, bleach bone thriller, you're not human anymore. And then it continues. Let's look at a couple other things real quick. So you see that we only have 4 videos that started in 2018 and ended right when CV began. Odd how that's operating, huh? Like they let you know they're coming and then they go into some type of mask, some type of other face that they show or they don't show for all intents and purposes, whether they show it or not. But they kind of disappear. These people who are all kind of talking in the same types of ways. Okay, so the video or the channel itself, this is how you vet a channel on YouTube. So you go to the beginning here and it tells you description. Elegant Slims is female. Elegant Slims is independent. Elegant Slims is New York City. Elegant Slims is not human. Elegant Slims is post-human. Elegant Slims is bleach blonde cyborg. Elegant Slims is neon lights flickering. Elegant Slims is electronic pop noise princess. Elegant Slims is about art and artists. Elegant Slims is all of us. Welcome to Elegant Slims. The date that they joined. Well, let's look at. You see their channel handle, youtube.com at what? Elegant Slims what? 23. Skull and Bones 22, which seems to be an Antichrist number, 22222. What day did they join? May 14th, 2018. Why is that important? Go back to the Malaysian flight and the Tyler kid who was receiving those odd voicemails a few years later after the fact. These beings were allegedly going to take over the world and they weren't human. In April of 2018. In fact, I think the date that they decoded was April 14th, 2018. So this is a month after that. Why also is this date important? Well, I'm seeing it a lot. So I went back in my pictures to check the dates that I was in Florida. I'm going to pause now for privacy purposes. It won't be a pause on your end, just my end. So if it sounds weird, I apologize. So here's a picture from my Google thing, my Google whatever file. Now I could have changed the date, so we're still kind of on the honor system here, but again, I just did this and went down memory lane because I'm like, I know that date's important. This is a trail by the house. I live by a state park. We have a man-made lake there. It's not a well-known park by any means. It's not a well-known town. This is one of the spots that I really like. We've come to call it Turtle Bay for a lot of reasons, but turtles kind of gather here. May 16th, 2018. This is 2 days before I went to Florida. And I never told anyone this part of my testimony. Here's the actual bay you fish off of, which I jumped over and jumped into to save the spouse's rod. I guess he couldn't be bothered, but I went ahead and did it. And in springtime, turtles gather in here, and they're all under lily pads, and it's just beautiful. The last time when we were here was May of 2018. You saw the date I just showed you. It's May 16th. And I heard a noise. I heard an animal. And I remember this because it stood out in my mind. And again, I forgot this. This is why my testimony, I kind of tell some of it backwards, because looking back, hindsight is 2020. And I think these things can help y'all. Anyone who listens to creepypastas or stories about Sasquatch or any cryptids might recognize this. I didn't know it at the time, but we heard this animal, and it sounded like a woman, but it didn't sound like a woman. And it sounded like she almost was dying. And I wanted to say that it was a cat mating or something like that, but it was big, because whatever it was started making like these trees start to move over on the right. You can't see them in this picture, but they're over there. And it's spring, so everything's pretty heavy. And we got out of there. But I heard a creepypasta about these things that are, if they're called upon, if they're summoned for some type of sacrifice, that they will follow the person around. And there's a lot of lockdown movies like that on Tubi about these beings, these invisible beings being in people's houses. And I even showed you the Sasquatch movie or commercial about the Airbnb. Now hold again one more second, I'll be right back. So this is me actually in Florida taking a picture. This is after we had traveled down. It took us a few days to get there. We started traveling on May 17th or 18th of 2018. At this same time while I was down here, you see the date there. At the same time while I was down there, there was a spiral caught in the sky. It was one of those instances. And some of the beaches, I didn't see it on my beach. I didn't watch the news while I was there. I don't watch the media. But while I was down there, I guess the waters turned red. So yeah, and I mean, I found out because I was looking for the articles about the spiral, and I found out about the water. That's also back further. But again, we're seeing this date come up over and over and over again. So this is a segment of Truth in Music, but I also had to tie it to my personal testimony because for whatever reason, those dates keep coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. The next episode is probably going to be a couple of songs, but I'm not going to make it any longer than 10-15 minutes. Have a blessed day. We'll talk soon. Bye.